We're live. Let me see here. Let's get that adjusted just right. Good morning, everyone. We are live from Houston, Texas. Today is Tuesday, May 15th, and this is show number 22. I'm so glad y'all are here. Another really weird, busy day. It's 80 going on 95 degrees today. So summer is alive and well in Houston, Texas. I'm looking over there because that's a window. It's just so hot out. It's summer in Houston, hot and humid. I see more people have showed up. That's great. Welcome. It's good to see everybody. Okay, well, the drama yesterday, as you know. Hi, Sarah Mae from Indiana. I hope it's summertime where you are. Yesterday I had the insurance adjuster here because I had some damage to my living room floors, which is going to end up meaning I have to empty out almost my entire living space because they'll need to do the floors here in the studio and the master bedroom and the living room all at the same time. So I'm going to look on the bright side and say this is a great opportunity to go ahead and paint all the walls too, freshen everything up, since all the furniture is going to have to be moved. So I have to start packing soon. And oh, Sarah Mae said they skipped spring in Indiana, went straight to summer, huh? I know that feeling. It's happened here before. We actually had a really long spring here in Houston, and that's kind of unusual. I mean, we have a little bit of spring, but it's usually direct to summer. So I enjoyed it as much as I could. So, but as a follow-up to the insurance adjuster, got a call from her boss, and he said, you've been randomly selected for me to come and double check the adjuster's work. So he just left about 10 minutes ago. It all went well. I mean, he was perfectly pleasant, actually, and he said her work was all done properly, that she's one of the best they have. So that worked out, but it still made me think, like, oh, is he going to take it all back and say, no, we won't help you with these repairs? Because they're quite extensive suddenly, now that I've seen all the reports. But that went okay. The pool guy came and fixed the pool pump yesterday. Remember, that happened right before the show too. That's why I was late. And follow up with that is, he looked at me and goes, oh, all the lights in your pool have been recalled. So we'll be back in August to replace all the lights in your pool. And the whole time I'm thinking, is it safe? Can I get in without being shocked? But apparently they're just little LEDs now. It's not the same as, I remember when I was a kid, I'd get in the pool and it's this great big giant beam of light at one end. And if you got too close, it was hot. I'm sure that wasn't safe. Anyway, let's see who else is here. I have to use my phone because with all these people in and out of the house every morning, it's made it difficult to set up my computer right here to look at the notes. So Sarah Mae's here. Oh, well, Sarah Mae, 90 yesterday. That's 95 here, so it's almost the same. And what most people don't realize growing up in Michigan is that Michigan also has hot and humid summers. So although it's very far north, you get the full, hi Chris, Chris is here. You get the full summer experience. Nice to see you, Chris. I'm glad you showed up. 7 people here. Only 2 of you have thumbed up the video, so make sure that you give the video a thumbs up if you're enjoying it. That helps me out tremendously. And if you're just arriving, be sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell. That's the only way you'll know that I'm live, and you'll get a little reminder so that you can come and join us. So besides my attack plan, which, you know, excuse me, you know, my attack plan is, it's a little worksheet I made, like an Excel spreadsheet that I puts all my daily, my weekly, monthly, and yearly chores spread out over the week. And I call it an attack plan because I feel like chores need to be attacked and eliminated from our lives. They shouldn't be our life. They're just things that need to be done. So I like to attack the chores, get them crossed off, get them out of the way so I can do other things, especially clearing out the weekends to have fun. So anyway, there's a link to my blog post about the attack plan if you haven't seen it yet. I made my version of the attack plan printable, So you can follow along and maybe do it in the order I do it to kind of see what I mean. And you can always modify it to fit your needs. But besides the attack plan, what I have today is I have to shock the pool, of course, because of the dogs. And because they're just filthy, filthy beasts. They're so cute and pretty and sweet and sleep in the bed with me. But they're filthy, apparently, because the pool needs continuous cleaning and chemicals in it. It can't be me. It's got to be the dogs, right? And I also have to descale the coffee maker. If you haven't descaled your coffee maker recently, follow the manufacturer's instructions or just run some vinegar through it. That works too. Make sure you just run a couple pots of fresh water. But descaling the coffee maker, I found, actually not only makes it function better, it makes the coffee taste better. That's not a big surprise. Got to keep all those tubes clean. And you know, heating elements, when water's on it, they get covered in like hard water scales. That's why they call it descaling. And so it kind of interrupts the process. So got to descale the coffee maker today. I actually have a descaling liquid that came with the brand of coffee maker I have. It's probably just vinegar, and they sold it to me for twice as much. Vinegar does a lot of things. So anyway, so Captain Teresa said, oh, that's what I wanted to say. Captain Teresa saw my phone cover, my protective cover on my phone the other day, and I wanted to point out that this is actually my artwork. I drew those drawings, and my artwork is available on stuff like phone cases and stuff. And I went ahead and threw that link in the show description. I think it says something like merch with my artwork or something like that. Anyway, if you want to check out what's available, that'll be cool. Oh, let's see what people are saying. Chris says, yes, I agree about Michigan humidity. I like spring and fall. Yeah, Michigan's humidity in the summer. And, you know, when I was a kid back in the 1800s, we didn't have air conditioning at all in the house. So I remember we had those big box fans. And we each had one at the foot of the bed. And we would lay on top of the sheets with a box fan on us, just praying that summer would be over, because it was so hot and we were just sweating and there's no air moving, and the fans helped, but oh my goodness, it was miserable. So you can imagine here in Houston, I keep the air conditioner kind of cold, because it's, otherwise it makes me feel like I'm a kid in Michigan again, and I can't sleep. So I'm a little spoiled with the air conditioner here. But I accidentally, well, it wasn't an accident, obviously. Forces conspired against me a few years ago, because our 25th graduation reunion, that's what they're called. I kept thinking anniversary. No, our 25th reunion was, they held it in the fall in Michigan, in my little town where I'm from called Saugatuck. It's right on the coast of Michigan. If you're familiar with, which way does it go? This way. Here's Michigan, or Saugatuck's right there on the coast of Lake Michigan. It's beautiful, little tourist town. And they had the reunion in October. And I hadn't been back to Saugatuck for a few years. You know, my parents have passed away, all my siblings have moved away, so it's kind of turning into somebody else's town now, you know, because I don't have, I have some cousins, but it's not the same, right? And so I went back to, hola April, why aren't you here? I haven't heard the doorbell. April's supposed to be here by now. Anyway, come inside, April. Anyway, so I went to my reunion in Saugatuck in October, and oh my gosh, what a mistake that was, because the leaves were in their full glory. I mean, it was bright yellow and orange and red everywhere in my little small town. It looked like out of a postcard. And the whole time I was there, I kept thinking, I just want to move back. I just want to live here. And I said that to a friend of mine a couple weeks later, and she sent me a picture of the same place with all the leaves gone. It was just dreary, you know. Because once winter hits, it's kind of dreary. So I'm glad I didn't, you know, pack up and move just because the leaves turned. What I have to do is I have to go visit in the fall. Let's see. Oh, Sarah May used vinegar and descaled her coffee maker last week. Good job, Sarah May. I have it as a monthly chore. That might be overkill. I don't know if you have to do it monthly. I would have to do some research. It probably depends on your own coffee maker, right? Unfortunately, you know, Houston water is pretty hard, so that could also determine how often you need to do it. Let's see, I see things. It's weird having to look at my phone. I'm trying not to. Here, now I'll look at it. April said, "Oh, she loves the case." Oh, thank you. That's my artwork, April. Maybe you've seen it. I have a link to where you can get the case that fits your phone too, and also there's some clothes and some home decor with. I think I have 9 different drawings on there that you can get on different products. But anyway, so after I get done here, I have to figure out what I'm going to eat for lunch, because directly following that, I have to go to the dentist to get my teeth cleaned. I'm one of those weirdos that likes the dentist. I like not necessarily the experience sitting in the chair, because that's weird, but I really like having, you know, the feeling of that fresh after getting your teeth cleaned feeling when I leave the dentist. And I have a really wonderful dentist and an amazing dental hygienist. Hi, Michelle, if you're watching. Why aren't you working? I'll see you in a little while. I don't think Michelle watches the show. She's too busy making people's teeth clean. So I have to go do that. I don't know what I'm going to eat, because I always have this fear that she's going to get in there and go, "Oh, look, you had popcorn for lunch." And oh my God, that would just horrify me. So I'll eat a banana or something and then brush my teeth. Anyway. Oh, look, more people have shown up. Karen's here. Hi, Karen. It's so good to see you. Karen, have you been here before? I don't remember your last name. Zaranka. That's a great last name. It's nice to see you, Karen. Welcome. Where are you from? Say hi to everyone. Let's see. Sarah May said, lots of hard water, so I should do it once a month. Yeah, I guess it depends when we're talking about descaling our coffee makers. I guess it depends on how hard the water is. Houston's is pretty hard where I live. It might be different in different parts of the city. I miss the water in Michigan. We had a well. Oh my gosh, it was so cold and it tasted so good. There's nothing like, oh, Karen is new. Oh, Indiana also. There's other people here from Indiana. Welcome, Indiana. You're dominating the show today. That's great. I love it. Wonderful. But anyway, that Michigan water, I'd go home to visit my mom, and that's the first thing I would do after I got in the house, is just drink a big glass of the water. It was so cold and so delicious. You know, city water is processed, and who knows what's in it? I know that's same with well water in Michigan. Who knows what's in it? But it sure tasted good. Here I know this is weird. Here I know that the filter on my water filter needs changing, because once it starts getting dirty, the water starts to taste like tuna, which is absolutely disgusting. It's like, why does the water taste like tuna when it's not filtered? When I first moved to Houston, I was like a citizen. I wanted to know everything about my new place. And so I looked up the air quality report that's put out by the city, I don't know how often, every year or so. And I was reading it and I could not believe what I read. There is actually in Houston, Texas, at least at the time, there's a measurable level of beef in the air. As in cow. They can literally measure how many parts per million of beef there is in the air here. It's really gross. I don't know why I live here. It's pretty and the people are nice, but between the tuna water and the beef air, it's a good thing I'm not a vegetarian. It's not funny. It's kind of gross. It could be all the barbecue. April said it's all the barbecue that we're making here. It could be. I love me some Texas barbecue. There's no one here from Kansas, I hope, because they argue that their barbecue's better. Maybe it is. I haven't tried it. But Texas barbecue, boy howdy. There's actually a place called Drew's not too far from me that my friend Becca keeps trying to get me to go to, and she says it's really good barbecue. Melts in your mouth. Apparently you can breathe it in also. Anyway. All right, folks, just because you're in charge of your house does not mean you have to do everything. automate and delegate. Invite friends over to help. You know, I read a meme online that was really clever. It said, you should invite a bunch of people with OCD over because they're bound to tidy up your house before they leave. I'm not laughing at OCD because I kind of have it too. But it's not a bad idea. Invite people over that don't like messes. They're bound to help. You know? Automate and delegate whenever possible. I have a blog post in the show description. There's a link to a blog post. My feelings about automation and delegation. And say it with me, folks. No matter what life throws at me, I have the ability to make this fantastic day. Okay, love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow at the same time, 11 a.m. Hopefully by the pool. See you then. Bye.